There is a situation today in the world because of the coronavirus that most of the places the synagogues are closed, and most of the people they are praying by themselves in the houses. But some people now in Israel, for example, they made the permission to pray outside. So if you have like a nice yard to have like people coming and it will be like a synagogue, so very good. But what happens when you don't have that and people just stepping outside to the street and with or what there is in the street they making minyan. So how much is it worth it to pray in a minyan like that? So that's a very tough question, and it's not like one answer because like it's very very different from one situation to another, one person to another. So I'll just give some guidelines. Okay, there is things that are like halachic requirements. For example, the place where you're praying have to be clean. So if like that street corner is not clean, and it might be like that people are walking their dogs there and the dogs are acting like dogs and do whatever dogs do. You can't pray in, like next to it, obviously, right? Like you can't pray next to a garbage can. So you can't like the minyan doesn't like overcome and overlaps the halachic obligation of what does it mean to pray, like all of halachot tefillah, right? So then obviously it will be better to pray by yourself in your house. Let's say that there is like a street corner that is clean and there's no issues there. And the only issue is that it's hard for the person to concentrate because it's like his street and this and that and there's cars and there's noise. Okay, so like also in the big Knesset it can be that it will be noisy. Sometimes like people are unfortunately like very bothering, but sometimes unfortunately people are like speaking behind when other people are praying, so it can be also noisy. So not every noise and distraction makes it that it won't be worth it to pray there. Okay, so it depends how severe it is. If somebody is in a point that it's so severe, the distraction of all the noises and what's going on in the street, so there's no prayer anymore for him. So obviously it defeat the purpose, right? Mm-hmm. Like the prayer should be prayer. So if it's all about like what's going on, like who's coming and so on and so forth, so so there's no prayer. So forget about it. Pray by yourself. Different people have different needs and different capabilities. There is like stories about tzaddikim that they were able in their prayer to ignore everything around them. Another story about the Chazon Ish. I don't know why, but I guess today is the day. So they said that the Chazon Ish, when he was praying there's a certain synagogue called today they call it Lederman in Bnei Brak. So he used to pray there, and there was like a iron like metal whatever to hold for the stairs railing, yeah. And he was praying next to it, and he was like holding that while he was praying. And like one day there was like a few kids that they want to make a joke. It's obviously not proper, but whatever. Sometimes kids are doing things that are not proper, and they warmed while he was praying long, and while he was praying they were like warming the metal, so it won't be comfortable to hold it, and like
make it warm.
They put like fire lighter on the next whatever, something like that. I don't know exactly what happened there, but that's the story that I heard. Bottom line that like he didn't feel it, and like after he finished to pray and he like stepped back, so they were like putting the hand like where he was putting, and it was hot, like it was not comfortable to the hand, but for him like he didn't mind, he didn't feel it. He didn't need to pray, nothing. So there's many stories like that about like real tzaddikim that when they're praying, so they getting like out of their body in a certain way. They are like their consciousness is in the level of their neshama. So they don't feel, they don't see, they don't, you know.
What if someone can concentrate, but then at the end he sees what's going on over there, or he sees what's going on in the street corner, and he's like, this is not a cool place to pray. It's like.
Okay, so it depends. It depends. Okay, let's. I'll finish with another story. Like for that thing. So there was someone that was like he had like a little shop or whatever that he was like selling in the street something, and like somebody that like like went there, he looked at him and he said like you're a religious guy, like how can you stand here like that and sell your stuff here? So he said like what's the problem? He said like you don't see that there's like a big like a sign with like a girl that is not that's new, that is like not dressed properly, like how can you stand under it? It's like, you know, disgrace. So he looked on this guy that was walking in the street and he said, you know, I'm here for so long and I never noticed it. It's very interesting that like for you, like the first thing that you see when you're walking here in the street is this sign. I'm here for like so long and I didn't see it until now that you said it. So like it's we a person have to know like where he's holding. So if someone is sensitive to those things, it bothers him, so then he should not put himself in the test. You know, if someone that is able to, okay, it's a very very complicated subject matter, like who and when is allowed to do what. I'm not getting into that. That will be a different class. But just to finish, it's a like it's not the one law. You have to like see what is the place, what is the people, what is the time. And if it's time that like probably it will be there's no people anyhow that walking there. So, you know, one thing if there is a lot of movement, whatever, you have to see what's the situation and to judge accordingly. בעזרת השם. אחד יתפלל במניין ואחד לא יתפלל במניין ובלבד שיכוון ליבו לשמיים. If you're praying with your minyan or without minyan, that's like one thing. But the main thing is to put your heart to connect it with Hashem. בעזרת השם. ברוך ה' לעולם אמן ואמן.